So, Bishop John, we want to know why we should vote for your Jesus, and we just want you to tell us why we should vote for your Jesus, basically. And when you're done speaking, we open the floor to the audience for comments.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator, ladies and gentlemen. You know, Jesus is just the best candidate for this job. He said in his word that the Spirit of the Lord is upon him. For God has appointed him to preach good tidings unto the meek. God sent him to bound the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of prison to those that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord, and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort those who mourn, to appoint them that mourn in Zion. Not only that, to give them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, so that all people might be called oaks of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that Christ may be glorified.
Please keep it down, keep it down, keep it down.
Hey, imagine.
Please keep it down. If you have a comment, just raise up your hand. I will bring the microphone to you. Okay. We have the Republicans here.
Point of correction, that is Dr. Grace Walker, representing the Republican Party. Bishop,
Yeah?
I'm not sure you understand what you're asking us to do. I mean, how can you expect us to vote for Jesus as president? I mean, his foreign policies are terrible. I once heard him say in his word, do good to those who hate you. Pray for those who persecute you and misuse you. I mean, come on. Can you imagine praying for Al-Qaeda or Osama bin Laden, who viciously attacked us on 9/11? Need I remind you? Needless to say, his stance on defense are weak.
Come on now.
I mean, his policies spell nothing but doom for this great nation. Jesus Christ simply cannot make this country great again.
Woo!
That's why we, the Republicans, will not be voting for Jesus Christ as president. Thank you very much.
Okay. We have the evangelicals here.
Madam the Republican, you are not alone on that one. In foreign policy, that wouldn't even be a problem. My name is Shola Jagede, and I am representing the evangelicals. We evangelicals, we've read the word. We know what he has said, we know what he has interviewed. A man asked him once, saying, how can I be saved? This is Jesus' words verbatim. Go and sell everything you have and give it to the poor. Auntie, please, so is that not socialism? We cannot support socialist tendencies. Socialism will bring terrible doom to our nation. For this, our evangelicals, we the evangelicals will not be supporting your Jesus for president.
Oh, the Democrats are here.
Well, the Democratic Party will not be supporting Jesus Christ either. My name is Amy Reinhardt, representing the Democratic Party. Jesus is pro-life, and we are pro-choice. We believe we get to do whatever we want, whenever we want. The second thing is his tax propositions are ridiculous. He says 10% for everyone. No, the upper class should pay more taxes. And so we will not be supporting Jesus Christ. I could go on, and I'll now give the microphone to the spokesman from the NRA.
Okay, you have the NRA one.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Chris Rogers, and I'm a representative of the National Rifle Association, aka the NRA. Is it not Jesus who once said that if a man draws the sword, he would die by the sword? So he means to tell me that if I were to kill somebody with my gun, trying to protect my life, trying to protect my family, that I too would die by the gun? The gun is to protect, not to kill. And his stance on this is just too harsh. And for that, we just cannot support this man named Jesus.
Okay, we have somebody over there. Okay, Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mariana Cordova. I am a representative from Wall Street. I and my associates have reviewed Jesus, and we believe that he is an unfit candidate for president. Permit me to cite an incident that occurred at the temple, in which he was seen overturning tables and pursuing people out of the temple. Such things are unpresidential, unprofessional, and undignified. And for such reasons, we at Wall Street will not be voting for Jesus. Thank you very much.
We have the Archbishop over there.
Oh, Archbishop, thanks for coming. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. My name is Archbishop James Patterson, and I am representing the church. You see, we've seen his manifesto. We've seen the manifesto of your candidate, and his works do speak volume. Oh yes. However, we don't know which denomination he belongs to. Is he Anglican? Is he Presbyterian? Is he Protestant? Is he Mormon? What is he? He's not even Catholic. He doesn't fall into the categories defined in our ministerial agenda. So therefore, we the church will not be supporting Jesus Christ as leader of this great nation.
Even the church.
Bishop John, you made the comments, and I will give you the opportunity to say the last words before we leave here today.
For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Upon the increase of his government there shall be no end, upon the throne of David and over his kingdom, to establish it, order it with judgment and justice for this time and forevermore. The zeal of the Lord will perform this. You know, Christ has come to give us peace and establish the kingdom of God, even in our lives, irrespective of our political party, irrespective of our views. He has come to rule our hearts. He's the ruler of kings, the ruler of presidents.
But how can you expect us to vote for Jesus as president? This office was constituted by the people of this great nation, by virtue of the constitutional inauguration and installation.
Did I hear you just say election? Where has election gotten us as a nation? Where has election gotten the nations of the world? You see, Jesus' kingdom is not of this world. His office is not by mass election, but by God's appointment. It's by the virtue of his birth and resurrection from the dead. And his installation is at God's right hand. Him coming to become the president is to preside over our hearts, is to preside over our lives. You know, men are born and they return to the grave, but Christ was born and he rose from the grave. So, in conclusion, this season of Christmas is a time for us to come together and reason together and remember what he has done for us 2,000 years ago. So a vote for Jesus is a vote for righteousness. It's a vote for justice. It's a vote for rest. Because he promised us his rest. So I call on every one of us to vote for Jesus. To remember this day that Christ laid his life for you and for me. If you've not voted for Jesus here today, it's another call to vote for him. And if you voted for him, it's not an election once and for all. No, it's a continuous process. It's a daily process. Voting for him with our lives, with the way we live our lives, and with the way we act. So I want us to bow our head while we vote for him once again. Let's just talk to him that we recognize what he did for us 2,000 years ago. That we are voting for him with our lives and with our heart. That we give our heart even back to him. Shall we just talk to him? Shall we just talk to the Lord?